All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this latest edition of Houston Astros Baseball Through a Snowman's Eyes. We're inside the Noisy Dragon Studios, and today it's the Houston Astros hitting the road to take on the Cincinnati Reds for a three-game series. And this is how this series is going to go. The first game will be today, and then the Astros are off tomorrow. And then Wednesday and Thursday will be the next two games of the series. And then Friday, the Astros will head out. So it's going to be a little split with today being the holiday, but I hope you all are enjoying your Labor Day. I'm certainly enjoying mine. Had a chance to have some time with the wife and do some stuff here around the house. And I'm kind of, what's up, Pizzle? I'm kind of glad that this game is early today. Why, you ask? I don't know, because it just gives me a chance to get some things done. Get some things done early. I think I know what I'm going to do with this chat box while I'm making adjustments. And I say again, thank you all for sticking with me as I try to get this thing right. The Houston Astros are the leaders in the American League West, and they are a full 5 games ahead of the Seattle Mariners. How incredible is that? That once upon a time, the Seattle Mariners held a 10-game lead. And also, as I see A. Pizzle's comment, what's up, A. Pizzle? Thanks for tuning in. And also the fact that Seattle had a 10-game lead and the Astros were 12 games under 500. Now they are 13 games above 500, and they're running away with the American League West Division. All right, quickly to the scoreboard. It's Milwaukee over St. Louis 5-3. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning, middle of the 3rd, and the White Sox are ahead. Yes, my White Sox are ahead. They lead 2-1 over Baltimore. Kansas City and Cleveland from the K, Dodgers, Arizona, Detroit, and San Diego all getting ready to start. Detroit, San Diego's at 6:40. 10 minutes after that, it's Minnesota and Tampa Bay. Seattle and Oakland go at 7:07. All times are Eastern, by the way. 7:07 goes Seattle, Oakland. 3 minutes after that, Boston and the Mets. And I think I'll have the time to check out Pure Adrenaline Sports call of that one. Pittsburgh and the Cubs at 7:40. Yankees in Texas at 8:05 from the home of the champs. And that's your schedule for this Labor Day. I hope you all enjoy this game as I am about to bring it to you because it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, a couple of injury notes that I need to tell you guys about. Alex Bregman will be out for the fourth consecutive game dealing with an elbow issue. And Kyle Tucker is on his way back to the lineup. So, with that in mind, and with that exciting piece of news, the Astros should be whole for the stretch run in September. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's take a break. And when y'all get back, we'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch of this afternoon's game. It's the Houston Astros and the Cincinnati Reds from Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Yours truly, Brian Snow, has the call when y'all get back. Stand by, folks. We're getting ready for the first pitch of today's game between the Houston Astros and the Cincinnati Reds. We'll be back in 120 seconds. Don't go away. All right, it's time to play some baseball. So let's get you to our starting lineups today. The Astros, they look like this. Leading off is the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Batting second is the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Remember, Alex Bregman is still out of the lineup. Hitting third is the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Jeremy Pena is the shortstop. He'll bat in the cleanup spot. Big John Singleton bats fifth. He'll be at first base. Ben Gamel bats sixth out in left field. Mauricio Dubon bats seventh. He'll be at third base. Jason Hayward will bat eighth. He's in right field. And Chas Mataz, gets the start in center field with the quick turnaround. So a little bit of a shuffle in the Astros lineup. Through the lineup again, Altuve at second, Alvarez the DH, Diaz the catcher, Pena at short, Singleton at first, Gamble in left as the Reds take the field, Dubon at third, Hayward in right, and Chas McCormick in center. It is the homestanding Cincinnati Reds. They go red tops, white bottoms, with the red cap with the black bill, the white letters trimmed in black. And on the mound today is Julian Aguilar, making his fourth start of the year. 1-0 on the year with a 6.43 ERA, 14 innings pitched. He's walked 4, struck out 7. He's allowed 5 home runs, and the opponents are hitting .293 against him. And a very important note, he is starting on 3 days rest. So he's getting back out there in a hurry to take on this powerful Houston lineup. And the best part about this Houston lineup is not whole. As mentioned, they are minus Alex Bregman, their regular third baseman, and they are also minus Kyle Tucker. And they've been without Kyle Tucker for the better part of 3 months. So Thursday versus the Athletics, a no decision for Aguilar. He pitched 4, allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, 3 home runs allowed in a game that got away in a hurry. Astros go gray tops, gray bottoms with the navy blue letters and numbers trimmed in orange. Here we go. Altuve, Alvarez, and Diaz, 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Astros. Here in the top of the first inning, we're just about set to get going. Beautiful blue skies, but a sparse crowd in Cincinnati. But with a pitcher getting ready to start on 3 days rest, if you're the Astros, you want to take advantage of it. And now we have a little bit of a delay. And they were looking at the base. They have to replace first base because it was not firmly tacked in the ground. So while we have that little bit of a delay, Altuve, Alvarez, Diaz, Pena, Singleton, Gamble, Dubon, Hayward, and McCormick. That's the lineup for the Houston Astros. We will get you the Cincinnati Reds defense in just a few moments as they're making sure everything is kosher and ready to go. And we are ready to go as Jose Altuve will head back to the right-handed batter's box to face right-handed pitcher Julian Aguilar. He rocks from the chest high windup and delivers, and it's low for ball 1. And off we go from Cincinnati with a first pitch time of 4:12 p.m. Eastern. First pitch temperature in Cincinnati is 78 degrees. Altuve at 296, 18 homers. He's driven in 57 on the year. 1-0 the count. The kick and the pitch, low and outside, 2-0. The Astros swept the Kansas City Royals at home in a huge 4-game series, which could be a precursor for a playoff matchup. Aguilar works third base side of the rubber from the chest high line. He delivers a fastball strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Jose has 40 career leadoff home runs, second most in franchise history to Hall of Famer Craig Biggio. And Altuve bunts it foul, and the count is now even at 2-2. Off tomorrow, but Wednesday they're back at it. We're back at it Wednesday night from Indianapolis as the Los Angeles Sparks visit the red-hot Indiana Fever. I'll have the call of that one beginning at 7. From the windup, here's the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a pop-up. Catcher gives chase, but it's well out of play. And the count remains where it is at 2-2. Altuve has 40 leadoff home runs, second only to Hall of Famer Craig Biggio, who has 53. From the windup, the 2-2 again. A swing and a foul out of play to the right. We'll do it again. Scoreboard updates at the third and sixth innings. We got our fan question in the fourth, our trivia fan question in the fourth and seventh innings, and then our trivia in the fifth. From the wind, the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a high pop-up. On the infield, Jonathan India makes the right-handed catch, 1 up, 1 down in the first. Altuve bunted at a pitch that was way outside, and he knew he bunted at a bad pitch. So with 1 out, here's the big man, Yordan Alvarez, who is smoking hot coming in. He had 2 home runs yesterday, 30 total on the year. The pitch, swinging a pop-up again. This time, Ellie De La Cruz, the shortstop, cruises over, but it's India who dropped it! At the last second, Jonathan India, with Ellie De La Cruz, it looked like he was taking control of the play. He did not. India looked up at the last second, saw that the ball was coming toward him, and he dropped it. So that's an error on India. And that allows Yordan Alvarez on base. Here is Yanner Diaz, the catcher. The pitch is outside for ball 1. Wow. You cannot have any lapses when you're playing baseball. Diaz at 298, 16 homers. He's driven in 75. From the stretch position, here's the pitch. Outside with a sinker, it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Pittsburgh and the Cubs set to go later. Aguilar from the stretch, kicks and deals. A swing and a bouncing ball to third, to second for 1, and they don't get the return as Alvarez is retired, and now there are 2 outs in the inning. Espinal made the play at third to get it to Jonathan India at second base. So now there are 2 outs here in the top of the first. And Jeremy Pena, the cleanup hitter, takes a sinker for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Mr. Pena at 272, 14 homers. He's driven in 65 on the year. The 0-1 to Pena, swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. We're in the top of the first. Yordan Alvarez aboard on an error. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. So the error does no damage. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Astros nothing, and the Reds coming to bat. You're listening and watching Astros baseball, alternative play-by-play style in Snowman Multimedia. right, we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Cincinnati Reds order. They line up this way. Jonathan India leads off at second base. Ellie De La Cruz bats second at short. Tyler Stevenson bats third. He'll catch. TJ Friedel bats fourth in center field. Spencer Steer bats fifth. He's out in left field. Ty France bats sixth at first base. Jake Fraley bats seventh. He is in right field. And I think I hear one of my kittens. I think this is Winnie, who is over here. Jake Fraley bats seventh in right field. Santiago Espinal bats eighth. He is at third base. And Ahmed Rosario bats ninth. He's the designated hitter. India, De La Cruz, Stevenson, Friedel, Steer, France, Fraley, Espinal, and Rosario. That's the lineup for the Reds. On the mound today is Justin Verlander, 40 years young and still doing it, making his 13th start of the year, 3-4 on the year with a 4.16 ERA, 67 innings pitched, walked 19, struck out 80. He's allowed 12 home runs, and he delivers a fastball outside corner for a strike, and the count's 0-1. One strike to count from the windup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside, and the count's even 1-1. I think I just got an agreement from two-time Super Bowl champion Tyrone Poole to be on the show this week. We'll see how it goes. One ball, one strike. The wind, the kick, and the pitch. A curveball low in the zone, and the count's now 2-1. Two balls and a strike to count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the first. From the windup, here's the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. The count's even 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, they count. Oldest players in Major League Baseball, Jesse Chavez. Justin Verlander's the second oldest, and then you got Rich, King of the Hill. The pitch on the way is inside, and the count's 3-2. I hear you, Winnie. Winnie, where you at, girl? I know you want to go out. Oh, my cat's gonna be up here in a minute. 3-2. The pitch on the way. A swing and a pop up, but foul and out of play, and we'll do it again. Count remains where it is at 3-2. Where you at, Winnie girl? I see you. Oh, there you go. I told you she'd be up here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out in the top of the first. From the windup, the payoff pitch. Ball 4. And India is aboard with the first runner of the game for Cincinnati. And that's a rarity for Justin Verlander, allowing a walk. That'll bring the exciting Ellie De La Cruz to the plate, hitting at 263. Verlander from the stretch delivers, low and outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. And the count's even 1-1. And now a toss to first, runner back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ellie De La Cruz with a runner at first in the form of Jonathan India. The pitch, breaking ball outside. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Ellie De La Cruz. And I definitely got to get a new tower. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. And Justin Verlander has run into trouble already. He's thrown 11 pitches to the first 2 hitters. 3 balls and a strike. India leads away at first. Verlander from the set delivers the 3-1. Swing and a miss, and the count's full 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. A runner aboard at first in the form of Jonathan India. The payoff pitch is outside, ball 4 with a fastball, and De La Cruz is now aboard. And that brings the third place hitter Tyler Stevenson to the plate. Tyler Stevenson, the right-hander, facing Justin Verlander. And now Yainer Diaz steps out from behind the plate, now gets back behind the plate, and is ready to get started with this at-bat. Verlander looks in, gets his sign from Yainer Diaz from the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 the count. The pitch on the way, low and outside, 2 and 0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, fouled out of play for strike 1. Two balls and a strike. A pair of walks begins the inning. And right into trouble are the Astros with the 2 fastest runners on the team aboard. The pitch outside, 3 and 1. Fourth fewest start. This is the 4th start for Justin Verlander, and that's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And Justin Verlander has walked, the bases loaded. And Yainer Diaz will come out and have a chat with him. So you got India at third, De La Cruz at second, and Stevenson at first. So if you're the Astros now, what do? The Astros have the most powerful rotation in the majors. I'll say that right now with 6 starters. TJ Friedl hitting at 214, 10 homers. He's driven in 41. But what's bugging Verlander today? No first pitch strikes. Well, there's a curveball right there to Friedl for strike 1, so that may start a trend and hope it changes. First pitch strikes has always been Verlander's thing. 0-1 the count. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the first. Verlander from the windup, kicks and fires. A breaking ball outside, and the count's even 1-1. A walk to India, a walk to De La Cruz, and a walk to Stevenson has begun the bottom of the first. This is where Verlander in his later years has struggled, piling on the pitches early. The windup and the pitch, swinging a bouncer foul first base side, and the count's now 1-2. And Verlander's in dire need of a pitcher's best friend, or best friends, I should say. A strikeout or a double play, or if it can happen, both. What's up, David? Thanks for stopping in. First time in his career walking the first 3 batters of the game for Justin Verlander. That's crazy. Verlander looks at third, works from the chest high wind and delivers the 1-2. A swing and a smash into right and caught! India tags and comes home for the first down of the inning. What a catch in right field by Jason Hayward. India comes home. It's 1-0 in favor of the Reds. That was sinking very, very fast, but Hayward able to lay out and make the catch. Speaking of the Astros defense, Ben Gamble in left, Chas McCormick in center, Jason Hayward in right. Around the horn, third to first, Mauricio Dubon at third, Jeremy Pena at short, Jose Altuve at second, and John Singleton at first. Yainer Diaz catches Verlander. And here's a pop-up on the infield. Who's going to take it? Altuve is looking, shielding his eyes. He makes the catch. 2 down in the first. Boy, if the Astros can get away with just allowing the 1 run. Again for the Astros on defense, Gamble in left, McCormick in center, Hayward in right, Third to first goes Mauricio Dubon, Jeremy Pena, Jose Altuve, and John Singleton. Yanner Diaz behind the plate. So 2 out, 2 on. And here is Spencer Steer. And Spencer Steer takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Verlander from the stretch, kicks and fires. A breaking ball down, and it's 2-0. Ty France this year at .230, 11 homers. He's driven in 40. Here's the pitch. A swing and a bouncer foul, third base side. And it makes the count 2-1. Ty France has 8 home runs against the Astros. That's the second most versus any team in 65 games. The pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball up the middle and through for a base hit. In comes De La Cruz. He will score, and that's 2-0 Cincinnati. So those walks have come back to hurt the Astros. That's the first hit of the game. 2 of the walks have scored. 1 on the sacrifice fly from TJ Friedel. The other run-scoring 2-out single from Ty France. So now the Astros find themselves in a hole just like they did the first game against Kansas City this past weekend. And now the batter is Jake Fraley. He takes one outside for ball 1. 28 pitches in this inning for Justin Verlander. Fraley at 274, 4 homers. 272, 4 homers. He's joined in 24. The pitch, low. It's 2-0. And here we go again. Justin Verlander just may have a short day. Verlander from the stretch looks at second at Tyler Stevenson, and the pitch on the way is outside. It's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. 2 runs in, and the pitch on the way, right down the middle for a strike, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, 2 in on only 1 hit, but there have been 3 walks in the inning. 3-1 the count. Verlander's ready. And the pitch, a swing and a drive into right field. Jason Hayward jogs under it, makes the right-handed catch, and the inning is over. 2 runs on a hit, no errors, but 2 men left. The walks come back to hurt Verlander. Done with 1. Reds 2, Astros nothing. To the top of the second inning we go, and the Astros now trail 2-0 to the Cincinnati Reds. Reds defense, Spencer Steer in left, TJ Friedel in center, Jake the Snake Fraley is in right. Around the horn, third to first, Santiago Espinal at third, Ellie De La Cruz at short, Jonathan India at second, Ty France at first, Tyler Stevenson behind the plate. Catching Aguiar. John Stevenson will lead off the top of the second, the fifth place hitter. 5, 6, and 7 due for the Astros here in the second, and they trail 2-0. 3 walks in that first inning, and the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Singleton hitting at .233, 12 homers. He's driven in 35. From the windup, here's the 1-0 pitch. That's outside. It's 2-1. Two balls, no strikes the count. I said 2-1. Sorry about that. The 2-0. Now it is 2-1 with a strike right down the middle. I'm glad. Darian Hopkins, thank you for coming in. BA Man 100, thank you for coming in. And Darian, I can make you a layout like this. The pitch on the way is swung on and popped up foul. That'll reach the upper deck. And the count's now even at 2-2. Astros, as mentioned, 5 games clear of the Seattle Mariners, who are fading fast. Not to find out their magic number. Swingleton swings and blisters it foul, first base side. That'll keep the count where it is at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, strike 3 called. That looked inside, but there's 1 out in the second. Wow. Not only did it look inside, it looked inside by about a foot. And Singleton couldn't believe it. So he's out to begin the inning. Here's Ben Gamel, who homered on Thursday night to begin the Kansas City series in a game that the Astros walked off on. He's hitting at .288. He has a home run. He's driven in 3. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside. It's 2-0. MLB Network League says, amazing job for my MLB The Show online league. I'd love to be a part of it. The pitch on the way is a strike, and the count is now 2-1. 95-mile-an-hour sinker. And I've been in awe at how pitchers throw sinker at such ridiculous speeds. How do y'all do that? The pitch, way outside, 3-1. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and that like button and let us know that you like the content coming from Snowman Multimedia. I nearly mispronounced my own name. 3-1, the windup and the pitch. A swing and a drive into center field and caught on the run by Friedel. 2 down in the inning. And Aguiar's making this look easy. He's thrown only 25 pitches. So 2 up, 2 down to Mauricio Dubon, who's hitting at .259, 4 homers. He's driven in 40. Aguiar winds and fires. And that's bunted to the catcher. And out. Dubon thought it hit the plate. And now the Astros manager Espina saying that should have been a foul ball. And he's getting in front of Dubon to keep Dubon in the game, and the home plate umpire is the one who made the call. So this half inning is done. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Cincinnati. Next inning, we will have our scoreboard update, as we will have that for the 3rd and 6th innings. And I'll make sure I have the grid up in front of me. Back in 60. To the bottom of the second, 2-0 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds, and Espinal takes the first pitch for ball one. Verlander from the windup delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that is swung on and driven into left. Gamble under it, shielding his eyes. Now jogs in a few steps, makes the catch, and the first out of the inning comes on 2 pitches. So that's huge. One out in the second. And here is Ahmed Rosario, the ninth place hitter. He stands in the right-handed batter's box facing Justin Verlander. And from the windup, he delivers a fastball strike at the top of the zone for strike one. I said that the Astros were 5 games clear of the Mariners. I lied. They're 6 games clear. Next one, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. As I began to say, I thought the Astros were only 5 games clear of the Seattle Mariners. I lied. They're 6 games clear of the Seattle Mariners. The pitch on the way, a breaking ball outside. It's 2-1. After keeping an eye on Verlander's pitch count, Rosario 298, 3 homers. He's driven in 31. Pretty good crowd. I said it was a sparse crowd when looking at the outfield, but a pretty good crowd today. Next one, swinging a drive into center, under it, and making the catch is Chas McCormick, 2 down in the inning. Justin Verlander is okay. I'll put this question toward the chat since I'm going to be chatting with y'all and asking questions all day. Is Justin Verlander a Hall of Famer? I say obviously. I say he is a Hall of Famer. And one thing I'm going to change is I'm not going to broadcast on Facebook anymore after today. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one to Jonathan India, who walked and scored his first time up. Verlander from the windup delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball. And the count's now even at 1-1. MLB Network League. I just checked out your page. I've subscribed to it. He says, we need this for my MLB The Show online league. Let's talk. The 1-1 outside, 2-1. Wait a minute. Why is my chat box not working? Hold it. Well, I'll check it after this inning because I think Verlander's going to get out of this easy. From the windup, the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's even 2-2. Two and two the count, 2 down. Bottom of the second inning, 2-0 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. Verlander takes a breath. Now rocks into the chest high wind and delivers a swing and a smash, base hit in the left field. And India is on for the second time. Me and my big mouth. So now with India aboard, here is Ellie De La Cruz. B-Man says, oh, yeah, Verlander is 100% a Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. Maybe he doesn't get in on the first ballot, but he'll get in. I say he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Period. I say he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, and he goes in wearing the Astros cap. Here's the pitch to De La Cruz. It's low and outside for ball one. De La Cruz has walked and scored. That came in the first. He scored on a run-scoring single. There it is. From Ty France. The pitch. Breaking ball strike, and the count's 1-1. That was a curveball. One ball, 1 strike, a turn, throw to first, runner back safely. Scoreboard update will come your way at the top of the next inning. And then our fan question during the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Curveball strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. A runner at first on a base hit in the form of Jonathan India. And Jonathan India is going to be a little pissed. I can see it. The pitch on the way is swung on and driven into left. Coming in is Gamble. He's got it. Inning over. Phew, that was close. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one man left. I got to check a little something, but we'll be back for the third inning with the Astros trailing 2-0 to the Cincinnati Reds. We're back after this. We head to the top of the third, and we promised y'all a scoreboard update. This scoreboard update brought to you by BetUS.com. They're in the top of the fifth, and the Orioles have grabbed the lead over the White Sox 3-2. They're in the top of the eighth in Milwaukee. The Brewers lead the Cardinals 9-3 as they close in on a Central Division title. The Guardians trail the Royals 1-0. They're in the top of the third at the K as the Royals fight for first place in the American League Central Division. Top third in Arizona, no score. Tigers and Padres go at 6:40. Twins and Rays also at 6:40 as we begin the top of the third inning, and the pitch to Jason Hayward is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Again, a sinker, this time at 93. Jonathan India is going to be a little pest, and I love players like that get on base and make you think. That pitch is low and outside, and the count's even 1-1. I love players like that. Next one, swinging a smash foul, first base side, and the count's 0-2. All right, got that taken care of. From the windup, here's the pitch to Hayward. It's high, 2-2. Astros have had one base runner to date, and that was Yordan Alvarez, who reached on an error in the first. From the windup, the pitch on the way, a swing and a foul down the right side. Jason Hayward in his career at Great American Ballpark is hitting at 261. He has left the yard 9 times. Here she comes. It's inside, and the count's full 3-2. 3-2 the count. From the windup, the pitch on the way, swinging a foul. We'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. From the windup, the payoff pitch, swinging a foul. We'll do it again. I'll tell you what, Hayward doesn't give up easy. He does have a World Series title that came with the Cubs in 2016. And he was the fellow who organized the Cubs, got them together after the rain delay in Cleveland. The pitch on the way, inside, ball 4. Oh, gosh. Oh, my cats, my pets. Raising hell already. This is my chili. Absolutely. All right, Hayward's aboard with a walk, second base runner for the Astros. And here comes Chas McCormick in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive into left field, going back at the track, and it's going to bounce up against the wall and into the crowd for a ground rule double. So the first hit for the Astros is an extra base hit, and that puts runners at second and third, the two tying runs, as a matter of fact. And we're back to the top of the order in Jose Altuve. So now you have the top of the order coming up for the Astros. There's no outs, and they got a golden opportunity. One bounce, and it was into the stands. Now you have Aguilar on the ropes. Don't let him get away. Aguilar from the set position with a look to second. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Altuve popped out his first time up. He comes into today hitting at .295, 18 homers. He's driven in 57. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul, and the count's even 1-1. One and one, the count. Hayward steps off at third. McCormick from second. And the pitch, breaking ball strike, and it's 1-2. Nobody out, runners at second and third, a golden opportunity for the Houston Astros, and that curveball buckled Altuve. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, a swing and a bouncing ball to short. De La Cruz looks the runner back, tossed to first is in time. There's 1 out in the third. But now you got to contend with the big man, Yordan Alvarez, who was officially 0 for 1, but reached on an error in the first inning. So as soon as that ground ball happened, everybody retreated. And De La Cruz was able to get the ball to first to Ty France for the out. Here's Yordan Alvarez. And the first one is inside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1 out, a pair of runners aboard, infield in on the right side. McCormick leads away from second. And the pitch, low and inside, 2-0. Hayward at third, McCormick at second. And I'm willing to bet you they don't even mess with Alvarez. Even with only 1 out. But you got first base open. And you got Yainer Diaz behind him. Next one, low and inside, 3-0. This is going to be an unintentional, intentional walk. I bet you that's what this is. And that's exactly what happened. It's an intentional pass, and Alvarez jogs down to first. They're not even going to mess with him, especially with 2 runners aboard. Now you bring up Yainer Diaz. The tying runs are at third with Hayward and second with McCormick. Alvarez at first. You got 1 out on a ground out by Jose Altuve. Aguilar from the set, kicks and deals. A swing and a smash, foul down the right side. The count's 0-1. Diaz is hitting to 20 ground ball double plays this year. From the set position. And the pitch on the way, a swing and a drive into center field and down for a base hit. In comes Hayward. McCormick right behind him. The throw to the plate, not in time, and we're tied. Diaz comes through with a 2-out single, and we're back where we started at 2 apiece. Now you got Jeremy Pena up in the go-ahead run, standing at second base, and Yordan Alvarez. And as soon as that ball landed, Hayward was signaling McCormick to come on in. One out, 2 aboard, and 2 in as the Astros have tied the game at 2 apiece. And a good job by both base runners. Blech, able to get home. So 2-all here in the third. Jeremy Pena stands at the plate. He kicks and fires, a swing and a miss for strike one. 2-2 tie here in the top of the third. Pena struck out in the first, his first time up, and that took care of the inning. On 1 the count here in the top of the third. The pitch to Pena is outside, counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. This season with runners in scoring position, Jeremy Pena hitting at an even 300. He's got the big man, Yordan Alvarez, in scoring position. 2 hits in the inning for the Astros, and that's low, 2-1. 2 hits so far in the inning for the Astros. They may get more, and Aguilar is now up to 48 pitches. And what you also do is you get Justin Verlander off the hook. The pitch on the way, swinging a smash foul. That'll even the count at 2-2. Aguilar going to take some time to get himself back together. He's had a 2-0 lead, but that lead got erased by Yainer Diaz. Aguilar looks at Alvarez at second, and the pitch is low and outside. It's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. Alvarez at second, Diaz at first. And the payoff pitch, a swing and a dry foul down the left side. We'll do it again. "25 pitches this inning by Julian Aguilar. 3-2. Aguilar set, looks at Pena, looks at second. The pitch, a swing and a foul at the plate. We'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count. Julian Aguilar sets. And the payoff pitch, a swing and a high fly ball into right, dropping fast, coming in and making the catch is Fraley, and he throws it to second. There's 2 down in the inning. As they nearly caught Alvarez napping, that is. So 2 down in the inning. There's activity in the Reds bullpen. And now you bring Big John Singleton to the plate. Look out. That's what they're looking at. As Alvarez slid back into second base, he crashed into De La Cruz. Let's hope Ellie is okay. And there was no harm or there's no harmful intent behind it. That's just one of the things about baseball. And now you're going to have a conference on the mound. As Stevenson will go out and talk to Julian Aguilar and ask, how do you want to work it with the infield back? Sam Moll, the left-hand pitcher, is now up and throwing for the Cincinnati Reds in their bullpen. 2-2 tie, top of the third. John Singleton is up. He struck out his first time up. And now we're going to have a visit from the manager. And you have to wonder if this is it for Aguilar. He's thrown 53 pitches, 28 of them here in the third inning. And it's a slow walk to the mound. So this might be a conference and nothing further. I take that back. He's going to take the ball. He's going to make the move, and that'll bring us to a break. We'll take 65 seconds and let you know about the new pitcher after this. All right, we are still in the top of the third. I beg your pardon, as the Reds are making a pitching change, and found out why Jake Myers is not starting. He's been placed on the paternity list, which means he's about to be a proud papa. So congratulations to Jake Myers. You know, I Aguilar goes two and 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out a pair, but now you got lefty on lefty as Sam Moll will face John Singleton. Here's the pitch inside, ball one. For Sam, this is his 46th game, 3-1 record with a 2.72 ERA, 36 and a third innings pitched. He's walked 15, struck out 37, has allowed 2 home runs, and opponents are hitting 202 against him. It's outside, 2-0. I got a question for you, content creators. Do y'all get strange messages from people that say they want to help you grow your podcast, but then they show you the price tag and you're like, no, thanks. Next one, strike call on the outside corner, 2-1. Because I just keep getting these messages and I don't know why I get them, but as soon as I tell them no, they're even more persistent. And here's a swing and a fly ball into center. Going back is Friedel at the track in front of the wall, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave a pair. But the Astros are back in the game as we are tied 2 apiece. Houston Astros baseball continues after this. All right, bottom of the third, 2 apiece as the Astros fight back and get back into this ball game. As we start the bottom of the third inning with the Cincinnati Reds coming to play. Each team has 2 runs. Each team has 2 hits. There's 1 error on the board between the teams, and that belongs to Cincinnati. Tyler Stevenson leads off. He walked in the first, but was left stranded. Verlander fires. Upstairs, a strike, and the count's 0-1. And I have to admit, that one was a gift. 0-1 the count to 0-1 the count to Stevenson. The windup and the pitch. Low and outside. Counts even 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler Stevenson. TJ Friedel, Spencer Steer await their turn this inning. 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the third. From the windup, here's the pitch. Low, and it's 2-1. Oh boy. 2 balls and a strike, the count. And the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third, and it went between Pena and Dubon. And that will be scored, I believe, a base hit. Third hit for Cincinnati. And Stevenson is on for the second time. That went off the glove of Dubon, so that might be an error. We'll see how they score it. And Dubon wasn't going to get to that ball anyway. Even if he did glove it, he wasn't going to throw him out. I'd say that's a hit. Here's the pitch to Frito with a sacrifice fly to his credit, so no official at bat. He takes low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Verlander sets, kicks, and deals. Low 2-0. There goes Verlander being a little wild again. He faced only 4 hitters in the second inning after facing 7 in the first. Here she comes. A swing and a pop-up into center field. Coming on is McCormick. He's got it. 1 out in the third. So Friedel is retired. Here's Spencer Steer. How about a one-pitch double play? Wouldn't that be great? Will it happen? We don't know. So Steer stands in the right-handed batter's box facing Justin Verlander. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And a curveball strike begins the at-bat. The count's 0-1. 1 strike the count here in the bottom of the third. Verlander sets and deals. A breaking ball strike, and the count's 0-2. 2 curveballs begin the at-bat. Runner at first in the form of Tyler Stevenson. The pitch on the way is low. Good save by Diaz. And the count's now 1-2. How about a pitcher's best friend in the form of a double play right here? Next time we'll be with you after today will be Wednesday for some WNBA basketball. The pitch, it's low with a changeup, and the count's now 2-2. You don't want to lose him, Justin. Had him down 2 strikes. The Reds have been 10-2 versus the Astros since joining the American League in 2013. Next one, that's low, a slider, and it's 3-2. Trying to get him to chase and didn't. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Verlander from the stretch, and the payoff pitch is swung on and popped up. On the infield, Jose Altuve circling. He's got it, 2 down in the inning. So Spencer Steer is retired, and here's Ty France, the first baseman. France in the right-handed batter's box, kicks and deals. Verlander delivers a ball outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count, 2 down. Bottom of the third, and a 2-2 tie. A turn and throw to first, runner back safely. Here's the pitch, swinging a high fly ball into right. Hayward giving chase, and it's off the wall. Stevenson headed to third. He will stop there. So now runners at second and third on the double by Ty France, and there's Jake Fraley. Will try to give the Reds the lead again. Good job by France going the opposite way. And Hayward had to wait for that ball to come into view to get a beat on it. So 2 on and 2 out. 2 hits in the inning for the Reds. They now have 4 in the game. And Jake Fraley now at the plate. Here she comes, low and inside, ball 1. Fraley lined out in the first inning, trying to line a couple of runs for the Reds here. 1 ball, no strikes. Here it comes. A curveball strike, and the count's even 1-1. You can see that, Uncle Charlie, coming in a heartbeat. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, 2 on in a 2-2 tie. The 1-1 pitch, low and inside with a curveball. It's 2-1. Let's see if Verlander can get us out of this. From the windup, the 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count is even at 2-2. Another curveball, so it's been the theme this entire at bat. Nothing but off-speed pitches. Let's see if he tries another one or if he'll gas him up. 2-2 the count. Verlander takes a deep breath with runners at second and third. The 2-2 pitch, a fastball grounded up the middle to Pena. He takes his time and throws to first, and the inning is over. So Verlander pitches out of a jam. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. That was close. That was really too close for comfort. Y'all are going to hear a change in the music, but we're done with 3, and we're tied at 2. Doggone it. I'm doing this on the fly. There we go. All right. Back in a minute. No, not that one. All right, at the top of the 4th inning, in a 2-2 tie, Cincinnati has 4 hits, and the Astros have 2 hits. And now we begin the inning with a bunt at and miss for strike 1 to Ben Gamble. Gamble is 0 for 1. He lined out in the 2nd inning. 2-2 tie here in the top of the 4th. From the stretch, here's the pitch to Gamble. He's low and outside, and the count's even 1-1. Music is a bit loud. I took care of that, and thank you. I'm trying to build this as we go, folks. Now you got Carson Spears warming up in the Reds bullpen. Next one swung and missed, and the count's 1-2. 1-2 the count. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A swing and a foul. We'll do it again. They're in the bottom of the fourth in Arizona, and the D-backs trail the Dodgers 3-1. One of 4 games that's going on right now, including this one. That's outside, and the count's even 2-2. What is you guys' go-to snack when you're watching a sporting event? There's our question of the inning right there. What is you guys' go-to snack when you go to a sporting event? 2-2 pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to first. Up with it is Singleton. He'll run to the bag himself, and there's one down. I did that wrong. That should be France, Ty France. I didn't turn my book over. I'm sorry. So one down in the fourth. I'm just nervous about a lot of things. And I love being interactive with you guys. Here's Mauricio Dubon, who is 0 for 1, grounded out in the second. Dubon currently hitting at 258. As Mole kicks and fires, inside corner strike, and the count's 0-1 with a fastball. 0-1 the count, 2-2 tie here in the top of the fourth. From the setup, here's the pitch, and that is line foul down the third base line. Counts now 0-2. Mauricio Dubon now steps back into the right-handed batter's box as Mole is on the mound. He came in relief of Julian Aguilar, who started the game. The 0-2 pitch, swinging at a foul. We'll do it again. I want to be as accurate as I can for you guys, and sometimes you may hear me delay a call because I want to be sure that I got the right call in mind. Strike 3 called with a breaking ball on the outside, and Dubon just turns and walks away on a sweeper. And there's 2 down. Bam, right on the corner, and that's a good call. Anybody else know what a sweeper is? I'm just now seeing that pitch this year. 2 up, 2 down, and here is Jason Hayward in the left-handed batter's box, and he takes a strike, and the count's 0-1 with a sweeper. I don't know what a sweeper is. I do not know what a sweeper is. Top of the fifth at the K, the Guardians have grabbed the lead over the Royals 2-1. The 0-1 to Jason. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Another sweeper. He's thrown nothing but sweepers this inning. One ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the fourth inning. And the pitch to Hayward is swung on and driven to deep right field, dropping foul. Counts now 1-2. And I got to be honest with you guys, I am fighting a couple of emotions here as I sit here in the chair. But the more the game goes on, the more I'm fighting them, and the better I'm getting. Mole is ready. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a smash, foul up the first base line. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. Chas McCormick is on deck. Jose Altuve in the hole. As the Astros bat here in the top of the fourth, looking to extend their winning streak. The 1-2 to Hayward. A swing and a bouncing ball over the pitcher's head to second. Up with it is India. Throws to first in time. Inning over. Astros go 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth. What is your go-to snack when you go-to food when you go to a sporting event? Let me know in the comments down below. To the bottom of the fourth in a 2-2 tie. Bottom of the fourth inning we go in a 2-2 tie. As the Reds got their two in the top of the first, the Astros responded in the third, and that's where we stand. 2-4-1 for the Reds, 2-2-0 for the Astros. And the first pitch is a strike. And the count's 0-1 to Santiago Espinal. He's 0 for 1 this afternoon. From the chest high wide, here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch is low with a slider, and the count's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And time called. From the windup, here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a smash, foul, third base side. And we will do it again. I just messed something up. And I'm going to try to fix it. Swing and a miss, 1 out in the fourth. Got a few answers to our fourth inning fan question. BA Man, Bam Man 100 says nachos or a hot dog. Sheesh, I'm off today. Mickey Delaney says hot dogs, pop, or ice cream. Okay, I can dig the ice cream. Erlander from the windup delivers to Rosario. It's outside for ball 1. You know what my go-to food is whenever I'm at a sporting event? Either hot dogs, hamburgers, or pizza. I throw the pizza in when I'm at a baseball game. From the windup, here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Here she comes. A swing and a line drive by past Altuve in the right field for a base hit. Altuve unable to get to it. Rosario's on with a single, his first hit of the day, and number 5 for the Reds. That pitch was tailing away when it came in, and it tailed away when it went out. And Altuve just unable to get to it. So now Jonathan India is 1-for-1. He's been on base twice, and here's a drive to right. Haywood is there, 2 down in the inning. So India's retired for the first time. He walked his first time up and then singled back in the third. Cincinnati got 2 in the first. Astros responded with 2 in the third, and that's where we stand right now. 2 apiece in the top of the fourth, and here is the phenom, Elly De La Cruz, who can do anything. From the windup, here's the pitch. Outside with a fastball for ball 1. De La Cruz is 0-for-1 on the day. He walked in the first and scored a run. That came in that 2-run first inning. Verlander from the stretch kicks and deals. It's outside, 2-0. Two out, a runner aboard. Bottom of the fourth inning. In a 2-2 tie. "60 extra base hits and 60 stolen bases." Elly De La Cruz has done that. He's going to steal 100 in a year. I guarantee it. There's a strike on the outside corner with a curveball, and it's 2-1. There's going to be a year where Elly De La Cruz is going to swipe 100 bases, and he'll become the first man to do that since Vince Coleman did it. I guarantee you it's coming. Next one, outside, 3-1. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-2 tie. Cincinnati has 5 hits. The Astros have 2. The 3-1 pitch is low, ball 4, and it gets away. And Rosario started wrestling with Jeremy Pena. I love moments like that. The ball got away. Diaz was able to retrieve it. Ahmed Rosario went flying to second, came back, and then tried to tackle Jeremy Pena. They got a little friendly wrestling right there. I love seeing moments like that. That's what makes sports fun for me. That's what makes it fun for me. Here's the pitch to Stevenson, and it's smacked foul up the third baseline for strike 1. On 1 the count. The pitch on the way is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 94-mile-an-hour fastball right there. Tyler Stevenson at the plate. Rosario at second, De La Cruz at first, 2 out in the bottom of the fourth inning. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Fastball right at your head. That'll wake you up. Trivia coming for you next inning. Here she comes. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. Verlander's doing his thing. He's pitching out of jams, but now the Astros need to take advantage. We are tied at 2 as we head to the 5th. Trivia for you back after this. serious? Okay, there we go. I'm having hiccups all over the place. Sorry for getting back late as we start the top of the fifth as Chas McCormick swings and misses for strike one. Spires is your new pitcher. Count is now 1-1. And again, sorry I'm late with this. 1-1 the count. Spires sets it to Chess and delivers upstairs and inside with a fastball. It's 2-1. Carson Spires making his 18th appearance, a 4-5 record, 5.35 ERA, 75 and 2/3 innings pitched, walked 17, struck out 68, has allowed 16 home runs, and opponents are batting .263 against him. That pitch is fouled off, and the count's now even at 2-2. And that got a piece of both the catcher and the umpire. I've said so many times, and will continue to say, that the two most dangerous positions in baseball are the catcher and the home plate umpire. I've done both. And it ain't pretty at all. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the fifth inning in a 2-2 tie. The next one is swung on and popped up into right field. Under it is Fraley. He makes the catch, and there's one out in the top of the fifth. So we're back to the top of the order, and Jose Altuve, who was 0 for 2. From the windup, here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Here's your trivia question. I already mentioned Vince Coleman was the last man to steal 100 bases in a season. How many times did he do it? From the windup, here's the pitch. That's outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. How many times did Vince Coleman swiped 100 bases in a season? Y'all remember Vince Coleman, don't you? Spires from the windup, delivers to Altuve. It's up 2-1. Once again, our question: how many times did Vince Coleman steal 100 bases in a season? From the windup again. That's upstairs. It's 3-1. Matter of fact, I got a better trivia question coming for you in the 8th inning. Next one, swing and a miss, and it's 3-2 with a cutter. Altuve was trying to croak one out of there. Couldn't catch up to it. Now the count's 3-2, and Altuve strikes out. A sweeper right down the middle. Altuve knew it, just turned and accepted his punishment and walked away. So 2 down in the 6th, and that'll bring up the big man, Yordan Alvarez. Now, Altuve knew that sweeper was right down the middle. He looked at it all the way into the glove and just turned and walked away. Altuve is now 0 for 3 on the day. The pitch to Alvarez is a strike, and the count's 0-1. On 1 the count. Carson Spires kicks and fires. That's a strike, and the count's 0-2. I did not intend for that to rhyme just like that. Alvarez is 0 for 1. He reached on an intentional walk in the 3rd and also reached on an error in the 1st. Next one, high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I have a feeling the pitchers in this Red Series are not even going to try to mess with Yordan Alvarez. As hot as he's been, he's hitting .313 on the year. Next one, blistered foul up the first base line, and we'll do it again. How many times did Vince Coleman steal 100 bases in a season? That's our trivia question. From the windup, the 1-2, up with a fastball, 2-2. That was right at Jordan's head. Since August 1st, Alvarez is batting 387. That's the highest in the majors. And his OPS is even more ridiculous. From the windup, the 2-2 to Jordan. That's inside. It looked like it hit him, but it didn't. It got away from the catcher. And the count's full 3-2. Spires is set. From the windup, the payoff to Alvarez. Strike three called, and Alvarez knew it. Uh, this is going to be one of those kind of games, isn't it? Isn't it? Ay, ay, ay. To the bottom of the fifth, 2-all. Oh, did I did. Or did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Ah, the heck with this. I know I didn't because I didn't save it as such. All right, to the bottom of the fifth inning we go. And we have a tie game at 2 apiece. Reds got their runs in the top of the first, in the bottom of the first, I beg your pardon. And the Astros responded with a pair of runs in the bottom of the third, in the top of the third. Good gracious. I apologize for not being on my game. Justin Verlander is still throwing, and he throws a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, 0-1 the count. Verlander winds and fires. Strike called, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out. In the bottom of the fifth inning. Good gracious. From the windup, the 0-2 is knuckled foul. Okay, what the? I'm working on a. I'll figure it out. I'm figuring out a few things at once. 0-2 the count. Here she comes. A swing and a miss. And there's one out in the bottom of the fifth. Swung at a pitch a foot and a half down. I've made that mistake quite a few times in my short baseball career, and it was very short. When I say it was very short, believe me, it was very short. Here's the first pitch to Spencer Steer, and it's outside for ball one with a curveball. Oh, 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. And the count is now even at 1-1. 1-1 the count. Here it comes. Low and outside. It's 2-1. As I try to figure out what the heck I'm doing. 2-1 the count. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the fifth. Verlander from the windup delivers a swing and a ground ball to third. Up with it to Bone. The toss across to first is in time. 2 up, 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And Ty France is up to the plate. 5 hits for the Reds, 2 for the Astros, and make that 6 hits for the Reds now, as Ty France lines his second single of the game to right field. Right down the middle and right out into right field for hit number 6 for the Cincinnati Reds. And he has a kick to his stride too. We're in the bottom of the fifth, and here is Fraley. And Fraley lines one to left, and that is foul. And the count's 0-1. To Jake Fraley, the right fielder. Trivia question again. Who was the only player to steal 100 bases in a season? Oh, I nearly gave it away. I nearly gave it away. Here's the 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. How many times did Vince Coleman steal 100 bases in a season? That'll teach me not to write it down. 1-1 the count. The pitch on the way. A breaking ball outside, and it's 2-1. Well, the White Sox led the Orioles 2-1. It's now Orioles 11, White Sox 2. They're in the bottom of the seventh. I knew that was too good to last. The 2-1 is a strike on the inside corner. Fraley doesn't like it. Saying, wait a minute, that was a bit inside, man. Umpire says it was inside enough. Bam! Right there with a curveball. And from the replay, it looked outside. Or inside. It looked inside live. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's low, and it's 3-2. How many times did Vince Coleman steal 100 bases in a season? And he was the only one in the modern era to do it multiple times. Here's a swing and a smash, base hit in the right. Rounding second and headed for third is France, and the Reds are in business again with their 6th hit of the afternoon. Mike Green is with us. On the go with CeeLo with us also. Thank you, gents, for checking in with us. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button for everything involved with Snowman Multimedia. And now we get a meeting on the mound with everybody. Is this going to be it for Verlander? Nope. He's going to stay out there. If he gets through this, because Verlander right now is at 100 pitches. 15 pitches here in the fifth. He threw 32 in the first and 20 in the third. That first inning really wiped out his arsenal. And yet, here he is, still pitching. Once again, our trivia question, as we have Santiago Espinal to the plate. How many times did Vince Coleman steal 100 bases in a season? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Sit here, Santiago. Hit this 94-mile-an-hour fastball. I dare you. 0-1 the count. Runners at the corners with 2 down. And the pitch, curveball low and outside, counts even 1-1. But that first pitch had some giddy up to it. Espinal hitting .314 with runners in scoring position. The go-ahead run stands 90 feet away. 1-1. There's a strike, and the count's 1-2. It's like Justin is telling him, I dare you to hit anything I throw. He threw a curveball right on the inside corner that dropped right in. That was the 103rd pitch for Verlander. Here she comes. A swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Hayward giving chase. Can't get there as it lands in foul territory. Tell you what, for a veteran like Jason Hayward, the main teams, he can still giddy up and get to and get to balls in time. He didn't get there in time. And it's still 1-2. There's 2 out and runners at the corners. Fans making a little noise at Great American Ballpark. Is the stolen base on the way back to Major League Baseball? Here she comes. Swinging a foul. We'll do it again. 95 miles an hour on that fastball. Hey, Santiago, you're a good hitter. Hit this. Verlander winds and fires. It's outside, and the count's even 2-2. And taking second is Fraley. He's been trying to steal second for a few pitches now. This inning is Verlander's to finish. Here it comes. Swinging a high fly ball into right. This is trouble. And it's going to drop for a base hit. That'll get 2 runs home. And the Reds have grabbed a 4-2 lead. They just kept peppering Verlander, and now he gives up the go-ahead. He gives up the go-ahead run, or runs in this case, and that's going to be the last pitch that Verlander throws this afternoon. Came at him with a fastball at 95 that was up and in, and said, here, Espinal, hit this. Altuve was less than a foot away from getting to it. And now the Reds have grabbed the lead 4-2. And the Reds bullpen has been dynamite since that 3rd inning. And we have a pitching change. Tyler Ort will now come on to pitch. The break is 1:05, and we'll tell you the new pitcher after this. Four to two our score as we are still in the bottom of the 5th. And Justin Verlander ran out of gas. That first inning really killed him when he threw 32 pitches in the inning. A 2-run single has given the Reds the lead at 4-2, and Verlander has been knocked out of the game. Second straight start where Verlander has been knocked out of the game, and it was the first inning on both starts that killed him. Simply put, Caleb Ward now comes in for the 12th time. He's 1-1 on the year with a 1.17 ERA, 15 and a third innings pitched. He's walked 2, struck out 17. He's allowed 2 home runs, but opponents are batting 115 against him. Mike Green got the right answer. How many times Vince Coleman stole 100 in a season? In the modern era, he did it 3 times. And now Espinal swipes second base. Not a good Labor Day game for the Astros. They trail 4-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Caleb Ward looks at second and delivers a swing and a bouncer foul to Rosario for strike 1. On the go with CeeLo is here with us. As I mentioned before the break, Mike Green is here with us as well. Thank you guys for checking in. I appreciate it. 1-1 the count. Caleb Ward from the set position. Kicks and deals. Whoa! Fastball way inside. Counts 2-1. 2 out, 2 in. 4-2 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. Here's the pitch. A swing and a line drive, base hit in the center field. That'll get Espinal home, and the Reds now have a 5-2 lead. 2 out hits. When you get them in bunches, you have games like this, and Cincinnati is having a game like this with a now 5-2 lead. All 3 runs here in the 5th inning have come with 2 out, and the first 2 men were retired. Then a single, a double, a single, and a single. And that's where we stand right now. 5-2 Reds. And Rosario's on for the second time. And Jonathan India takes a pitch way up and inside for ball 1. India 1 for 2, a walk, a single, and a run scored. Ort delivers, high and tight, 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th in Baltimore, and it's all Orioles, 11-2. 2 balls, no strikes in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch on the way, right down the middle for a strike. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike to count. And the 2-1 pitch. Tapped out in front of the plate. Catcher gets to it and throws him out. And the inning is over. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They leave 1. 9 hits now for Cincinnati, only 2 for the Astros. We go to the top of the 6th. 5-2 Cincinnati. Top of the sixth inning as the Cincinnati Reds have regained the lead over the Houston Astros 5-2. And that fifth inning, all those hits occurred with 2 out. And kudos to the Cincinnati bullpen striking out the Astros hitters. And they weren't even swinging, they were called strikes. To the sixth inning we go as the Astros try to rally. As Yainer Diaz will start the sixth, and he takes a pitch right on the corner for a strike from Spencer Spires for strike one. Diaz got a 2-run single in the third. He's 1 for 2 on the day. From the windup, here's the 0-1. A swing and a bouncing ball to the right side. Off the glove of the first baseman Singleton, who was playing way over. The first baseman Ty France, I beg your pardon, who was playing way over. And I believe that to be scored as an infield hit. We will see. Five-two Reds here in the top of the sixth inning, but the Astros have the leadoff runner aboard in the form of Yainer Diaz, and here's Jeremy Pena. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. I have to get rid of some of these windows. And the pitch, a swing and a pop-up foul out of play. And the count is now even. 1-1. A ball, a strike, nobody out here in the top of the sixth. As Spires kicks and delivers. It's inside. It's 2-1. See if Pena can keep this rally going. And now activity as Caleb Ferguson gets up to throw in the Astros bullpen. The pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to third. Second one, return to a double play. Ugh. And very quickly, 2 outs. Very quickly, 2 outs. Espinal to India to France. 5-4-3. It's been that kind of a day for the Houston Astros. Here's John Singleton at the plate. Here it comes. Strike call on the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. On a day like this, even though you got everything going for you, you still want to win. And they have a day off coming tomorrow, so it's kind of an irregular schedule because of the holiday. They played yesterday afternoon, the Astros did, at 1 o'clock Central, beat Kansas City, then packed up and got on the road to Cincinnati. And the 1-1 pitch is low and inside, 2-1. And the next one is low, 3-1 to Big John Singleton. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. Singleton draws a walk. So Singleton is aboard. All right, how about a fan question? Let's do another fan question. What would your walk-up song be? If you were in the major leagues, because everybody has to have a walk-up song, what would your walk-up song be? Ben Gamble at the plate with 2 out. And the pitch to Ben is inside for ball 1 with a sweeper. A base hit and a double play began the inning. Now a walk to Singleton. Gamble waits, and the pitch is low, and it gets away. They check at third. Didn't see a signal. No swing. And that'll send Singleton down to second base. Two and 0 the count with two down. Singleton at second. Here it comes. It's low, 3 and 0. Three balls, no strikes. Two down, Singleton at second for the Astros as they try to rally. Spires will come set, and the 3-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 3 and 1. 3 and 1 the count to Ben Gamble. And the 3-1 pitch is a strike, and the count's 3 and 2. And Gamble threw his bat away, thought he had ball four, and said, "Up, I can't do that. I got to come back." He really thought he had a walk, but it was right on the corner, right on the outside corner. Good job by Stevenson to frame it. 3 and 2 the count. Singleton stands at second. Ben Gamble is 0 for 2 in the game. And the payoff to Gamble is ball four. Now you can take your base. Now you bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Mauricio Dubon. And that brings a visit to the mound and possibly a call to the pen. So the pitching coach for the Reds is out to have a visit with Spires, who did a great job of setting down the Astros in the fifth. Having trouble here in the sixth, and Victor Caratini has grabbed a bat. He will bat for Mauricio Dubon. I have to tell y'all something. I don't like the universal DH. I don't know why. I guess I'm old and old school to my heart, but I don't like the universal DH. I don't. So, Caratini will come out and hit for Mauricio Dubon, and Caratini was basically told, swing for the fences. In 66 games, he's hitting .273 with 6 homers and 33 batted in. Let's see if he can put one in play and get the Astros closer, not only in the game, but closer to turning the lineup over. You got a couple of good hitters at the bottom of the order waiting their turn. Let's see if they can get a chance here in the fifth, or in the sixth, rather. Here's the pitch to Caratini. It's a strike on the high side corner, and the count's 0-1. And Caratini turned real sharply to look back at the home plate umpire, saying, "Huh?" But he gathered himself, takes a deep breath, and now steps back into the left-handed batter's box. The count's 0-1. Spires sets, looks at second. Here she comes. It's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was going to be a long day when Justin Verlander walked the bases loaded in the first. That turned into 2 runs later. Here she comes. A swing and a miss. Or swing and a foul, I beg your pardon. And the count's now 1-2 to Victor Caratini. Batting in place of Mauricio Dubon. Alex Bregman out of the lineup with an elbow issue. Kyle Tucker also out of the lineup. Here it comes. Swinging a pop-up foul. We'll do it again. Bregman out for the 4th straight game. As I mentioned, fighting off an elbow issue. 1-2. 2 down, 2 on. Here in the top of the 6th. 1-2 to Caratini. A swing and a blister shot foul up the first baseline. Count stays where it is at 1-2. See if Rising Rhino is on. I think we're going to do a raid after this. Yeah, we're going to do a raid after this. Next one, swinging a drive in the right, and that is down for a base hit. Singleton stops at third, and the bases are now loaded. So now the Houston Astros getting their 2-out rally on. So now the bases are loaded with 2 out, and Jason Hayward scheduled to hit. So Carantini does his job. He's replaced with a pinch runner. Here's Jason Hayward, who walked in the 3rd inning. Rhino's not on. Doggone it. And now Hayward asked for time. Did he grant it? He did grant. Okay. He did get granted time. Both these teams will have a day off tomorrow, and they'll resume their series on Wednesday. Hayward has 4 career grand slams. All we're looking for now is a hit to get a couple of runs with 2 out. Spires still throwing. From the windup, he delivers. Way outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count, 2 down, bases loaded. Here's the 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. And trouble a-brewing. Carson Spires has thrown 25 pitches this inning, 43 in his appearance total. Bases loaded, 2 down. Spires kicks and deals a swing and a foul up the first base line. And the count's 2-1. This is the point where a little patience will go a long way. From the windup, the pitch to Hayward. That's outside, 3-1. This will be the last hitter that Spires faces if he doesn't retire Jason Hayward. Chas McCormick will be next, and then Jose Altuve in the hole. And you would love to get the lineup back to the top of the order. Carson Spires is ready. From the windup, the pitch, a strike, and the count's 3-2, and now the runners will be in motion. So everybody will get a head start with the count being 3-2. Bases loaded, runners lead away. They take off, and the pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to third. Espinal makes the play and the inning over. Oh, another chance by the boards. Nothing on 2 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. Ay, ay, ay. You can't mess up. You just can't. You can't let chances like that pass you by. Man alive. That's why all right, I'll take a breather. Bottom of the 6th coming. 5-2 Cincinnati. To the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2 Cincinnati, and their bullpen has averted disaster. Shea Whitcomb will come on and play third base in place of Mauricio Dubon, who was pinch hit for by Victor Caratini. And we have a new pitcher for the Astros. It's Caleb Ferguson with his 53rd appearance, 1-4 on the year, a 4.63 ERA, 44 and 2/3 innings pitched, walked 22, struck out 52. He's allowed 6 home runs, and opponents are batting .251 against him. That's the profile on Caleb Ferguson. And we're ready to begin the bottom of the sixth as Ellie De La Cruz will step into the right-handed batter's box. De La Cruz officially 0 for 1 today. Ferguson's pitch is inside, ball 1. A slurve that time, a slider and a curve. I haven't seen anyone throw a slurve in a long time. De La Cruz has walked twice today. He has a run scored. Another slurve, and it's a strike, and the count's 0-1. 1-1 the count. Ferguson set at the chest and delivers. Swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. Another slurve at 82 miles an hour. 1-2 the count. Ferguson set at the chest. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. De La Cruz is retired. 1 up, 1 down in the 6th inning. I just got hit with an inspiration. And I hope I can execute it. Tyler Stevenson is up, third place hitter. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. And there's a cutter high for ball 1. One-zero pitch, swinging a smash up the middle and through for a base hit. That's the 10th hit for Cincinnati today. And that was an absolute rocket up the middle. So 1 out, 1 on here in the 6th. And that brings up TJ Friedel, the center fielder. And he takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. On 1 the count. 1 out, 1 on here in the 6th. Ferguson delivers that one sliced foul out of play with a sinker. And the count is now 0-2. I keep coming up with ideas for my streams, and I come up with them basically at the last minute. I need to quit that, and I need to execute them early. Here's a high drive into left field. Gamble on the run, but it's the center fielder McCormick making the catch. And there are 2 down in the inning. So 2 up and 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. I better wait on some of these. Spencer Steer is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Here's the 0-1. It's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. 2 out, a runner at first in the form of TJ Friedel. And the next one's outside with a slurve. It's 2-1. Two and one the count. And The pitch on the way. Strike called with a slurve. And the count is now even at 2-2. 2-2 the count. Ferguson's pitch. A slurve and it's slapped foul. Third base side and out of play. Began the 11th season of Snowman in the Morning this morning. We still have a lot of building to do because this is truly a team effort. Next one, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Ferguson works his way around a single as we go to the top of the 7th. Astros running out of outs. They trail 5-2. To the top of the 7th inning we go. And it's 5-2 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. The Astros are running out of outs on the first of this 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. Off day tomorrow and then back at it on Wednesday. We will be back at it here at Snowman Multimedia on Wednesday as well, but it's WNBA coverage that we'll have as the Los Angeles Sparks visit the red-hot Indiana Fever. Chas McCormick will begin the 7th, and he takes one outside for ball 1. Spire's still out there pitching. He's at 48 pitches right now. He has gone the longest, and he's on the hook for the win. McCormick doubled back in the 3rd inning. Next one is outside, 2-0. Couple of fastballs begin the inning to Chas McCormick. 5-2 Reds. They've out-hit the Astros 10-4. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch is a ball, 3-0. Uh-oh. Now the 3-0 pitch. Strike right down the middle, 3-1 with a sinker. I want to know how you throw a sinker. How do you throw a sinker? I don't know. White Sox lose to the Orioles 12-3, and McCormick pops it foul out of play. That might have been ball 4. And the count's now 3-2. Three and two the count. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Astros starting to run out of time. And the pitch on the way is swung on and driven to center. Friedel is right there, outstretched, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down in the 7th inning. One up, 1 down to Jose Altuve. And Altuve has had hard luck against Cincinnati pitching today. He is 0 for 3, a pop out, a ground out, and a strikeout. His average has dropped to 294. Spires delivers. Outside, ball one. I stand corrected. The final score from Baltimore was 13-3. I'm sorry. Here's the pitch. Bunted at, pulled back. They check it first, no swing, and it counts 2-0. They're in the bottom of the ninth in Kansas City, and the Guardians have doubled the Royals 4-2. I got to tape a lot of interviews tomorrow, but it'll be worth it. Next one, high, and the count's now 3-0. 3-0 the count. And the pitch to Altuve is a strike right down the middle, 3-1. I think Spires is doing this on purpose. And I say that jokingly with the hitters thinking, okay, we got a chance against him. Then he throws a strike right down the middle. What? From the windup, the 3-1 pitch is inside, ball four. Now Altuve is on for the first time today. Now you have to wonder if that's going to be it for Mr. Spires. France and Altuve having a little fun conversation at first base. So now, as the late great Vin Scully would say, I had to wait for some personnel to clear. Now, as the late great Vin Scully will say, you have a jackrabbit on the loose because Altuve can run. Jordan Alvarez at the plate. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. And the count's 0-1, or a swing and a foul, I beg your pardon. Alvarez is 0 for 2 on the evening. He reached on an error, has an intentional walk. His average has dropped down to 313. Here's the 0-1 to Alvarez. It's inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Came at him with a fastball that time. 1-1 the count. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 7th inning, 5-2 Cincinnati. Next one, low and inside. It's 2-1. This might have the makings of an inning for the Astros. But you have to be patient against this Cincinnati bullpen. And the 2-1 pitch, swinging a bouncer foul, third base side. And the count's full 3-2 as they play Alvarez to pull. Two and two the count with Altuve at first. And here it comes, swinging a foul up the first base line. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes to the big man, Jordan Alvarez. Let's see what happens. Time called at the plate. Now Alvarez readjusts and he steps back in. 2 and 2 the count. Alvarez is ready. And the pitch on the way is low. 3 and 2 to the big man. Yainer Diaz would be next. I might do a post-game vlog about my performance here. Matter of fact, I will. I'll need about an hour to get situated. Next one, Alvarez is slapped foul. Get down, and it's a fair ball. Is it? It is a fair ball. And Alvarez has a ground rule double. That's a second ground rule double the Astros have hit today. That ball was tailing away, and Alvarez took it the other way. I thought he'd get a hold of it and drive it out of the ballpark. Thought it was going to be an easy out. Here's the angle we're looking for. Oh, yeah, that's a fair ball by plenty. And it bounces up into the stands. So now you have runners at second and third. And we have a pitching change. Spires' day is done. We'll let you know the new pitcher in 90 seconds. All right, welcome back to the studio and back to our game tonight. 5-2 Cincinnati, but the Astros are in business with Altuve at third and Alvarez at second, who is on with a ground rule double. And the new pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, will identify him in a minute, is Pagan. And here's the pitch to Diaz, and he swings and fouls one out of play on a cutter for strike one. Emilio Pagan making his 31st appearance, 4-4 on the year, 4.25 ERA, 29 2/3 innings pitched, walked 9, struck out 32. He's allowed 5 home runs, and the opponents are hitting .270 against him. Here's the 0-1 to Diaz, a swing and a high fly ball into deep center field. Center fielder racing back. That is Friedel. He makes the catch. Altuve tags and races home, and it's a 5-3 game. Alvarez moves into third with 2 outs. So you got another run on the base paths that you don't want to leave out there with outs dwindling down. And now we have a 5-3 game. Emilio Pagan gets his first out. That run is charged to Spires. Now you got Jeremy Pena, who is overdue, way overdue. And the pitch to Pena, swung on, fouled out a play to the right for strike one. Yeah, I'm gonna go online and do an online vlog and grade my performance. I don't think I did that good today, and a lot of it I can fix. And now time called as Pena steps out. A lot of it I can fix. I know I can. It's just going to take me time and consistency to do it. The pitch to Pena, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. As Smedley said once in a Woody Woodpecker cartoon, mighty good fastball that boy's got. That's from a cartoon, folks. The 0-2 to Pena, swinging a pop-up foul. We'll do it again. This season, Pena hitting .298. That's as of right now. He was hitting .300 coming into the game. He does have a pair of home runs. Emilio Pagan sets at the belt. And the 0-2 to Pena, high and tight, 1-2. John Singleton would be next. You'd love to get it to him. You don't want John to lead off the inning. You want to see if he has a chance to either tie or give him the lead this inning. 1-2 to Pena. Here she comes. That's outside. Counts now even at 2-2. 2-2 the count to Pena. Here it comes. A swing at a. Oh, he caught it. Oh. Stevenson caught it. That was fouled right into his glove, and by an inch and a half, he caught onto it. Astros get a run on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-3 Cincinnati. Bottom of the 7th inning, it's 5-3 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. They have had 11 hits. They've had 10 hits today, and only one of them was an extra base hit. In fact, 4 of those 10 hits have been bloopers, and another 4 of those singles have been on the infield. So we start the bottom of the 7th to tie with Ty France, and a strike called on a curveball on the count 0-1. One strike the count. And the pitch, high and tight, 1-1. These teams have a day off, and then they resume on Wednesday. The pitch, swinging a drive into center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Hit number 11 for the Cincinnati Reds. They have peppered the Astros pitching all day. Second hit of the day for Ty France. And now it's Jake Fraley at the plate. And he lines 1-2 short. That's dropped. And out is the call. Back to first, safe there. Out is the call as the ball was dropped on the transfer. Oh, that was a double play waiting to happen. But Pena made sure of the 1 out, even if it wasn't called out. Even if the out wasn't called, he ran to second and stepped on the bag, but the umpire immediately called him out. And Pena noticed that the ball dropped, so he was able to scoot over and make the play at second. So 1 out, 1 on to Santiago Espinal, who is 1 for 3 but has the biggest hit so far. And he smashes one to right field for a base hit. Rounding second is France. He'll stop there with 1 out. And that's the 12th hit for the Cincinnati Reds. Inside out swing. Works almost every time. Now we go to Ahmed Rosario. And the pitch to him is grounded foul, third base side for strike 1. Rosario's 2 for 3. He has a pair of singles and a run batted in on the day. Ferguson from the stretch. And he delivers, and that's bounced, and it gets away, and the runners are moved to second and third. It's been that kind of day for the Astros. As Diaz could not come up with it on the backhand. Now the double play is taken out of the equation unless it's a line drive. 1-1 the count. Although I'm inclined to think that the Astros would sacrifice a run for an out, and now we have a pinch runner for Ty France. So France is done for the day. Blake Dunn is the pinch runner for Ty France. And I'm inclined to think Dunn will take over for Ty France at first base. Rosario waits. And the 1-1 pitch is swung on and hit down the right field line and foul and out of play. And the count's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 5-3 Cincinnati here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the next one is swung on and missed. 2 down in the inning. That's a big strikeout because now any out you get will end the inning. Here's Jonathan India, who has been, and I mean this playfully, a little pest today. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. And the pitch, high and tight for ball 1. A walk, a single, and a run for Jonathan India. 63 batted in. 62, I should say. Oh, he has a run scored. There's a slurve that missed, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch on the way is a strike right down the middle, 2-1. Willie Adames leads the National League with 99 runs batted in. Ohtani is second with 98. Next one, low and inside. Ozuna also tied for second with 98. Alec Bohm for Philadelphia is fourth with 89. Kike Hernandez from the Dodgers is fifth with 87. 3-1. The pitch to India, a slurve and a strike, and it counts 3-2. Spencer Steer has 85 from the Reds. Doink, right there on the corner. 3-2 the count. Ferguson's ready. And the payoff pitch is ball 4. So India has walked for the second time. And here is Ellie De La Cruz, who can put this game away with one swing of the bat. This phenom has been everything for the Reds that you've wanted and more. And now we have a conference on the mound with the pitching coach from the Astros. Now the fans making noise in Cincinnati. As I said, one good swing could put this game away. De La Cruz stands at the plate to face Mr. Ferguson, to face Caleb Ferguson. De La Cruz struck out his last time up. He is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, and the count's 0-1. A cutter at 89 miles an hour. De La Cruz hitting 286 in his career with the bases loaded, does not own a slam. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul, and the count's 0-2. Another cutter that time. When will the Reds ever win a division or win a National League championship? 0-2 the count. Ferguson's ready. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a bouncer to third, foul. Count remains where it is at 0-2. Phillies own the best record in the majors at 81-56, or excuse me, the Dodgers own the best record, 82-55. Philadelphia's next, 81-56, a game behind. Next one, strike three called, and Ferguson gets out of the inning. And the only thing I can ask is, how in the world did he do that? To the eighth inning we go, 5-3 Reds. Some changes as we begin the eighth. Spencer Steer has moved to first base in place of Ty France, and Blake Dunn's now out in left field, and John Singleton takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Reds. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Astros. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Astros. I beg your pardon. That's inside. Counts even 1-1. 1-1 the count. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. That was a buggy whip kind of swing from John Singleton. He was trying to send that thing. He was trying to send that thing to Cleveland. Next one, outside with a fastball, and the count's now even at 2-2. Emilio Pagan on to pitch for the Cincinnati Reds. He came on in the 7th inning and didn't allow any further damage. And the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a drive into center field. Back goes Fraley. He's got it. And there's one out in the 8th. That's Friedel who ran it down. A lot of near misses for the Astros too today. I believe any other park that's a home run, but not in this one. One out in the 8th. Here's Ben Gamble, who was 0 for 2. He walked back in the 6th inning. Pagan's pitch, swinging a fly, little looper, caught by De La Cruz. 2 quick outs in the 8th. As I've said, it has been that kind of day for the Reds and the Astros. A soft liner to Ellie De La Cruz, who made the catch. And that was a fabulous catch. He was turning away from the play, got it, stuck his glove up there, and he made the catch. Here's Shea Whitcomb hitting in the 7th spot, and he takes a pitch down low for ball 1. Guardians beat the Royals 4-2. Shea Whitcomb hitting at .258. Doesn't have a home run, but he's driven in 4. Here's the pitch, a swing and a foul out of play. And the count's even 1-1. Here, Shea Whitcomb hit this, says Emilio Pagan. Ryan Presley is throwing for the Astros in the bullpen. Next one, fouled out of play, and the count's 1-2. Top of the 8th inning, 5-3 Reds. Astros still have a chance. They just have to play defense in the bottom of the 8th inning. They still have a chance this inning. Here's a swing and a fly ball down the right field line and foul. Count stays where it is at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And the next one, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. This has not been a good day for the Astros. Yet they're in this game. They trail 5-3. Oh, dear. To the bottom of the eighth inning, Yanner Diaz is 2 for 3. He's driven in all 3 runs. And a new pitcher for the Astros, as he'll face Tyler Stevenson to start the bottom of the eighth, as Whitley is now in, the right-hander. And the first pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Out of the bullpen comes Forrest Whitley. He pitched 2/3 of an inning on April 16th versus the Braves, allowed a walk and a hit. The 0-1 pitch, right down the middle for a strike, and the count's 0-2. Oh, 0-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the eighth inning. 5-3, Reds lead, and they've led the entire day. There's been one tie, and a swing and a miss starts the eighth inning. 1 up, 1 down. A curveball that was 1.5 feet outside, and Stevenson went after it. Reds got 2 in the first, Astros got 2 in the third, and the Reds got 3 in the fifth. Astros got 1 in the eighth, and that's where we stand, 5-3. TJ Friedel is up next, and he swings and pops one foul down the third base side and out of play for strike 1. Friedel is ready, and so is Whitley. The strike 1 pitch, little loop job into left, and that's down for a base hit. And that's the 10th single of the day for the Cincinnati Reds, and they've had hits. They've had singles of all kinds today. Hit number 12 for the Reds. And now Spencer Steer, who leads this team in RBIs, up to the plate. Steer is 0 for 4, has popped out twice, grounded out, and struck out, hitting at .234 on the year. Whitley delivers. Inside corner strike, and it's 0-1. A sinker at 98. That's ridiculous. There was one pitcher who pitched for the Cardinals once upon a time. I can't remember his name right now, who threw a sinker at 102. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And I can't remember his name. He was a rookie. He was a phenom. But I can't remember his name. Whitley's 1-1 pitch. Right down the middle, and it's 1-2. A sinker at 97. How do you throw a sinker at 97? How do you throw a sinker, period? Is it the arm motion? Is it the formation on the ball? How do you throw a sinker? I'd love to know that. 1-2. Outside, they check it first. No swing, and it's 2-2. Two and two the count to Spencer Steer. And the pitch. Swing at a foul. We'll do it again. As mentioned, Spencer Steer is 0 for 4 this afternoon. Now the 2-2 pitch is high and tight. That nearly hit him at 99. And that was a sinker. That sinker didn't sink. In fact, that sinker had some giddy up on it. And Steer just able to get out of the way. Thank the Lord. Because that, oh man, that could have done all sorts of damage. I remember a player named Dickie Thon getting hit in the eye with a 99 mile an hour fastball. Whitley is ready, and the payoff pitch. Throw to second, safe. And is that ball 4 or is that strike 3? I didn't see a call. That's ball 4. There's my answer to that. Now you got Blake Dunn at the plate, and the Reds are cooking something again. This is like the fifth inning that they've been cooking something on offense. They lead by 2, 5-3, 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch to Dunn, inside, ball 1. A sinker at 100. How? Just how? Just how? 1-0 pitch, right down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 aboard. A bloop single and a walk here in the 8th. As Whitley looks at second, and the pitch, curveball inside, and it's 2-1. And that was definitely an off-speed pitch that got away from him. 2-1 the count. From the set, the pitch on the way, a swing and a foul off to the right. We'll do it again at 2-2. We'll do it again at 2. Oh, jeez. You think I'd know my terminology by now? I wish. I'm working on it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3 Reds. A turn, a look towards second, but no throw. 2-2 the count. With 1 out, 2 runners aboard in the bottom of the 8th. I know one thing I'm going to do to make things better. That's outside. The count's full 3-2. When I'm on air, I'm going to turn off my phone because I find myself looking at my phone more often than I should be. So even between innings, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to find a way to stop a couple of apps. The payoff pitch, a swing and a slash, foul, first base side. We'll do it again. Now, after thinking about it, I can't turn off my phone because what if my wife has an emergency when I'm here on the air? Nope, I can't turn the phone off. I do not want to take that chance. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and 2 on in the 8th. Whitley is ready. The payoff pitch, swing and a foul. We'll do it again. I am going to get some water, however. Count where it is. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This will be the 8th pitch in this at bat for Blake Dunn. The payoff again. The runner goes. Strike 3, throw to third. Safe there. And now there's 2 out in the inning. And now that turns out to be a double steal. And now the Reds have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out. And a good job by Whitcomb being able to get to that throw from Yainer Diaz. So 2 out, 2 on. Here in the bottom of the 8th. And here is Jake Fraley. And the pitch on the way is slashed foul, third base side for strike 1. Fraley 1 for 4. He singled in the 5th with a run scored, swiped a base. 5-3 Reds as they bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Whitley is ready. The pitch on the way is a strike, and it counts 0-2. Came at him with a curveball. Now I suspect he'll try to blow him away with a fastball. Fraley looking at that pitch going, where was that? And now time called. At the plate as Fraley had to step out. And he'll step back in. Now, I'm guessing if there is a strikeout that Jake Fraley will be going after the home plate umpire verbally. 0-2. Whitley is set. And the payoff pitch is high and wide. Came at him with a sinker at 96. And the count's now 1-2. 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. A swing and a blister, foul, first base side. Count stays where it is at 1-2. Phew, that was close. Whitley's thrown 24 pitches this inning. And that was foul on the first bounce inside the line. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3, Reds lead. Whitley comes set. And the payoff pitch is, the 1-2 pitch is low. No swing. Counts even 2-2. Where'd I get payoff pitch from? I have to keep doing this to get better. Holy cow. I'm so sorry about that. 2-2. The 2-2 to Fraley is high, and the count goes full 3-2. Yander Diaz was waiting for a call, didn't get it. Counts full 3-2. Now I can say the payoff pitch, swinging a bouncer out in front of the plate. Diaz gets to it, foul ball. And it hit Fraley after it bounced. So a good call there. Once again, as Whitley sets. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Phew! A hit and a walk in the 8th, and 2 runners left. Astros have been out hit 13-5, but they get one more chance to hit. We go to the top of the 9th. Reds 5, Astros 3. One hour from now, I'll have a post-game vlog about this game and about my performance on the mic. And I'm not too happy with myself, but I'll express my feelings and let them out. As I said, 1 hour after this broadcast completes. Wednesday's probable, Spencer Arrighetti for the Astros. Nick Martinez will make his 12th start and 38th appearance for the Cincinnati Reds. All right, we go to the 9th, and here is Jason Hayward, and he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 9-1-2 due up, or 8-9-1 due up for the Astros. Hayward, McCormick, and Jose Altuve. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch, a swing and a slash foul. The count's even 1-1. The Reds got started early, 2 in the first. Astros tied it with 2 in the third, but then the Reds got 3 in the 5th, and all 3 runs came with 2 out. And that's the difference right now. Here's the pitch. Hayward drives one into center. Friedel coming in, and he can't get it. It's a base hit. With the right fielder backing him up, Hayward stays at first. 6th hit for the Astros, and that's how you start a rally. So Hayward is on. And that nearly got by him if Fraley hadn't backed him up. So nobody out and a runner aboard. Here's Chance McCormick. And McCormick bunts one up the third base line, gets back to the pitcher, Pagan. Throw to first is in time. And there's a 1 out in the 9th. So McCormick's retired. We're back to the top of the order, and Jose Altuve, who represents the tying run. That's a good job by McCormick. Make the defense make a play. But a great job by Emilio Pagan getting off the mound in a hurry and indeed making the play. 1 out, 1 on to Jose Altuve, who was 0 for 3. He walked in the 7th. He scored a run in that 7th inning. 5-3 Reds, but Altuve's at the plate representing the tying run. And the pitch. Strike call on the outside corner. It's 0-1. And that was a cutter. We're in the top of the 9th. Reds 5, Astros 3. We'll give you the box score, the pertinent numbers during the BetUS postgame show. Here's the 0-1 to Altuve. Low and outside. Counts even 1-1. On 1 the count. Pagan is ready. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and bounced high, but foul. And the count is now 1-2 to Jose Altuve. Alvarez is next. Diaz in the hole. And you'd love to get to both of them. Pena not too far behind. But to do that, got to get some runners on. The postgame show follows this game. And 1 hour after this broadcast, you'll have Diary of a Mad Snowman with my assessment of today's broadcast. That pitch is low and inside. And that'll even the count at 2-2. And the next one, strike 3 called, and Altuve knew it. Fastball right on the outside corner. Second time he has struck out today. And now 2 down in the inning to the big man, Yordan Alvarez. Bam! Right there on the outside corner. I'm going to throw this as hard as I can, Jose. See if you can hit it. He didn't. And Altuve knew he'd been punched out. And we're going to have a pitching change. A lefty's coming in to face the big man, Yordan Alvarez, who is the Astros' last hope. 2 out in the 9th. 5-3 Cincinnati. To the bottom of the ninth, and still in the top of the ninth, Justin Wilson comes in from the bullpen. His 51st appearance, 1-4 on the year. He's allowed 7 home runs, 4.65 ERA, 40 and 2/3 innings pitched, walked 9, struck out 47. And the first player he has to face is the big man, Yordan Alvarez. And before Wilson could throw a pitch, Jason Hayward took off for third. And I think that'll be defensive indifference. The person you have to worry about is at the plate. And should Wilson retire this man, it'll be a save for him. High! Ball 1 with a fastball. The Houston Astros postgame show will follow this, decided to follow it immediately. One 0 pitch to Alvarez is low and outside, and it's 2-0. Uh-oh. 2-0 the count. The pitch to Alvarez is low, 3-0. You know what? This might be an unintentional, intentional walk. Lefty to lefty. The 3-0 pitch is a slash foul out of play for strike 1. Three and 1 the count. 2 out, tying run at the plate. And the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a drive towards center, and it is caught, and the game is over. Wilson indeed does get the save, and the Cincinnati Reds hold on and win by a final score of 5-3. I'm not going to wait an hour for my assessment and the post-game show. As soon as I get everything loaded, we're going to do it right after this. tough loss indeed, as the final score is the Cincinnati Reds 5 and the Houston Astros 3. The Astros got close in the seventh, but they were unable to push the tying runs across. And our player of the game is Ty France. He went 4 for 4, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. And our top performers today were all Reds: Ty France, Emilio Pagan, 2 1/3 innings pitch, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and Santiago Espinal, who went 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs, a run, and a stolen base. Final totals on the board for the Cincinnati Reds: 5 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, 14 men left on base. For the Astros, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and they left 8 on base. Your winner is Spires. He is 5 and 5 on the year. Justin Verlander takes the loss at 3 and 5, his second consecutive loss. And Justin Wilson gets the save, his second on the year. When the Reds got when Justin Verlander loaded the bases with walks in the top of the first inning, I knew there was trouble afoot. I just knew it. Gave you the final totals on the line. Time of this game, 3 hours and 3 minutes. Attendance today at Great American Ballpark, 24,606. Now for my assessment of my broadcast. I could have done a whole lot better for you guys. I mean it. I could have done a whole lot better. There were some hiccups that I didn't deal with, and I'm so meticulous. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. What the? Hold on a minute. Why did this get erased? What the? Okay. I'm sorry about that. Let me try this again. Oh man, 5-3 is the final score, and see, stuff like that just makes me want to get better. It frustrates me, but it makes me want to get better. 5 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, 14 left on base for the Reds. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Astros. They left 8. Spires the winner, 5 and 5. Verlander the loser, 3 and 5. Wilson the save, his second on the year. Time of the game, 3 hours, 3 minutes. And attendance at the Great American Ballpark, 24,606. I could have done so much better with this broadcast, but that's why I do these. I can get as frustrated as I want to be, but a friend of mine a long time ago told me the most important game is the next one. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that, and I'm working with that. I'm getting back to that. But I know I have to be more engaging to the fans, especially with baseball, because I'm so used to doing it a certain way. And now that I'm doing this virtually, I know I have to engage with the fans more. We had an awesome time when I covered the Astros and the Phillies. I want to make this more fun, and I have to be consistent. I know for a fact that I have to be consistent in doing this. That's the only way we're going to build an audience with both my channels. I'm determined to build both those channels up and get them. Well, one of them is already monetized. I'm looking for the second one, as Warrior has joined us. What's up, Howard? What's up, Warrior? Thanks for joining. And I'm looking to get the second channel monetized, but I have to set something and I have to stick to it. You know, Douglas Stewart said can't count on Verlander at all. From the last 2 starts, you can't. You can't. You can't. And this pitching staff is going to has a few holes in it. The offense got a couple of holes in it due to injury. Bregman's out with an elbow, and Kyle Tucker has been out for the last 3 months with a bruised shin. But Joe Espana says that Tucker is very close to coming back, and they need Berkey in this lineup. They need him bad because there were so many opportunities to produce some runs, and they couldn't get the job done. That's why they left 8. That's one of the reasons that 8 were left on the base paths. But as far as my broadcast is concerned, I'm glad I switched to the headset in calling games, but I can do a whole lot more. And they said it's a broken shin. Thank you, Doug. They said it's a broken shin. I can do a whole lot better with my broadcast, and I plan to. And there's a couple of moves that I'm going to make. The channel that you all guys are watching this on, Snowman Multimedia on YouTube, is going to be the play-by-play home once I get my other show channels monetized. And I think in about a year, I should have all that done. No, I'm not giving myself a year. I'm giving myself to the end of this year to have this monetized. And a friend of mine asked me a question. A friend of mine said, "What can you do to monetize your work?" I'm working on it because there's a few avenues that I can pursue. With me being so worried, even if I get any donations from Cash App or from PayPal, there's so much more I can do to make things better for my family, for me, my wife especially, because my wife goes out and busts her ass every day. Every day she does. And I just feel there's so much more that I'm going to do. Not just can do, but going to do. All right. But I know I can do better with this. There's a lot that I know I have to clean up in terms of my broadcast. I know there's a lot that I have to clean up. I have to be more prepared. I have to have my lineups ready. I have to use my scorecards that I create in this big fat notebook of mine because I don't know, for some reason I just didn't do it. And that's not like me. There's a lot of things been going on that hasn't been like me. But you can only take the hits as they come and you can deal with it as they come. And you can deal with them one at a time. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be back on Wednesday with WNBA basketball. And I know that's going to be an audience grower as the Los Angeles Sparks take on the Indiana Fever. It's a 7 o'clock tip time. We'll be up at 6:45 with the pregame show. Picked up a couple new subscribers today. Thank you all very, very much. And I'm going to stream to YouTube only. As much as I like streaming to um, other platforms, there's just something in my gut that tells me to go with YouTube only. I don't know why. I'm going to sleep on it, and then I will make my final decision. Well, that's going to do it. Final one more time. 5-3 in favor of the Cincinnati Reds. They take the first of this 3-game set. Both these teams are off tomorrow. They'll be back at it on Wednesday. We'll be back at you on Wednesday with WNBA basketball as the Indiana Fever hosts the Los Angeles Sparks. The Fever sitting at 17-16, above 500 for the first time this year and climbing in the standings. How much better can they get? We're going to find out. Until then, I bid you all good night. I say God bless. Don't forget to chase your dreams every single day. The moment you stop chasing them is the moment they dissolve. Remember that. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all Wednesday. God bless you.